God has nothing to do with politics. How can someone say God showed them election results?
That is a good question. I have been looking for an opportunity to clarify the world of ignorance about that question. To start with, there is nothing that God does not relate with, so long as that thing has to do with a human being. God created us and gave us life, placed us on the earth. So there is nothing a child of God can be involved in that God is not also involved in. That's the first thing. So long as there are Christians in a country, children of God, saints, believers, God is involved in that country. That's the first thing you have to know. About football, yes, God gives us eyes to see. Take the example of the physical eyes. When we are born, we are given eyes, physical eyes to see. So when we have eyes, it is not God to come to us telling us, go see this chair and sit. Go see a river here and be careful not to drown in. We already have the eyes to see. We use them when we want to use them. Now, in the spiritual realm, when God opens your eyes, if you have spiritual eyes that are activated, you can see anything in the same way as you can see anything in the physical when you have physical eyes. The difference is in the spiritual realm, what you see or what you are most likely to see is what you are thinking about, what you are meditating about, what occupies your mind most. That is what you are most likely to see. So if you are somebody who is a soccer fan, football, soccer, and you are thinking about Brazil going to play with Colombia, Brazil playing with England, you are thinking about that for a long time, you meditate about that, you are going to see something about that game, either the results or something about that game. That is how you see in the spirit. If it is politics, there is an election in a country and you are thinking about it so much, if you put in so much attention, you are going to see something about the election results. It is not God coming to tell you, come and stand here. Look, the results are standing there. No, that's not how it operates. So look at, for example, the presidential election that just got announced last night. Uh, what I saw there, you know, in the vision, I saw in front of me a graph. And when I saw the graph, I kept looking at it, wondering, what is this graph for? On that graph, we had two lines. There was blue and red. Blue was higher than red, which means blue was leading. So I kept looking. In fact, in that vision, I didn't even know that blue and red represented the two political parties or the two leading political parties. I didn't even know. So when I kept looking at the graph, the next thing I saw somebody lying down prostrate. And when I looked at the person, I saw President Trump lying down prostrate. And I asked myself, they missed him the other time. What happened? Is this vision showing me that he is dead? But I saw that he was lying prostrate. Then I said to myself, no, when people are dead, they don't lie down prostrate. Then, the next thing I saw was an African broom that appeared from an invisible hand. And when the broom appeared, I started seeing those lines. They were like, the lines were drawn with dust. And when the broom came, it swept the blue dust away and the red was left. I did not understand anything at all because I was not even conscious that those two colors represented the leading political parties in the United States. So it is after the broom swept the blue lines that I heard a voice, I am not done with Donald Trump yet. After that, I came out of the vision. I began to meditate. What was this? You know, when you see a vision like that, if you are able to see and hear again, it is permanent, it is final. You don't have to go checking elsewhere. If you can see and hear, it's done. Because most of the time, people only see. Let me give you an example of a vision that you only see, you don't hear anything. In 2015, on the 15th of January, that is 11 months to the presidential election, in which President Trump participated for the first time, I was in my room and the wall started shining like a screen. The wall of my room turned into a screen and I was watching it. In fact, if I had not heard, because I listened to Pastor Adeboye talking about how he went to a new church and went into the restroom, and then the door shutter became like a screen. He started seeing things that happened in the church before he came. That video is on YouTube. If not of that video that I saw, I bet you I would have woken up from bed and run away from that room. But because I had already had an idea that things like that exist, I remained there. Because it was my first time to see an open vision. I've been seeing things, but mostly in dreams. That one was the first time for me to see an open vision. So the screen appeared on the wall, and then I saw Barack Obama. You know, that was the president. Barack Obama appeared from the top here, descended to the bottom, and faded out, went out. I kept looking and wondering, what is happening? The next person I saw was Donald Trump. He also appeared from the same top, moved to the middle. Maybe I changed my thing. He moved to the middle. He didn't get to the bottom, and then stood here. Stood in the center. No voice. I didn't hear anything, no writing, nothing. I just saw the screen. Obama appeared from top right, descended to the bottom, and faded out. You know, it was not a full Obama. It was like, you know, passport-sized photograph of Obama that appeared, descended, and faded out. I kept watching. The next person that appeared was Donald Trump. He moved to the middle of the screen and then went left to the middle and remained there. After a few seconds, the screen disappeared. So I knew, with no other information, I just had the knowing that Obama finished and went out. That's finishing his term. And then Donald Trump has come in. That's what I knew. I didn't hear anything, but I had the knowing. But since it was my first time of seeing such a vision, I was very quiet about it until it came to pass. In fact, that was the most difficult election. No media was saying anything positive about him, but he won. All right. So, what do you say? There, it was only sight. What I used was only sight. I only saw. I didn't hear anything. No writing, nothing. And it came to pass. But this one, I saw and I heard. So that is double confirmation. When you see and you hear, it is double confirmation. You don't need to go verify. You know, because you can have somebody who will come and say, John will win. And then after 2-3 weeks, oh, no, it is Peter that is winning. I've seen Peter is winning. When you say John is winning, and you come and say Peter is winning, any one of them that wins, you say, well, I said it. And then there are people who even say that I have seen John winning, but I'm praying that we should change it and give it to Peter. So that when John wins, you say, that's what I saw. If Peter wins, you say, oh, it's because I changed it in my prayers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I thank God. I thank God for being able for accepting to use me, an imperfect vessel that I am, to show me things like this, because they give me confidence. They make me to know that the God I am serving is a God that knows me. Yes, it makes me know that I am serving a God who knows me. I'm not just trained into ministry. I'm not just trained into preaching or teaching. God knows me. God locates me. He knows where I'm found. So that is the reason for which I give him praise, I give him glory, and give him honor.